In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the pose. So I'm going to increase the timeline so you can see in the beginning. And I have my first keyframes where they are off the stage. As you know, we can change the view to show how it's going to actually look with the stage only. And this is with the information around the stage that we can have stuff, but it won't be seen when we actually export our animation. So I'm going to move the time indicator to the next keyframe, and then right here is actually when I want it to switch over to a new pose. In order for that to happen, I got to go back and clear the other keyframes that I have. So make sure your background is locked. Now we need to go to remove these keyframes and only keep the ones that we have in the beginning. I'm going to select that keyframe. While I'm in the timeline, I'm going to right click and say clear keyframe. I'm going to zoom in individually. You can do this by clearing keyframe. I click on that keyframe. I hold down the shift key, and then I click on this keyframe, and then all three are selected. I right click and go to clear keyframe. I'm going to change the view, and I'm going to do that with the last ones as well, and I'm going to clear the keyframe. Now we've cleared the unnecessary keyframes that we no longer need, and we only have the ones that we need for this pose. So once that is complete, we're going to create a new layer. So I'm going to start with the P3 front. I'm going to click a new layer, and I'm going to call that P3 walk. That's the new pose that I'm going to bring in. And in that layer, I'm going to go to, which is the new one. Let's lock the other ones that we have done. So we're going to lock P3 front, lock the 1 front and the 2 front. And I created a new layer and I named it P3 walk. I'm going to go to File, Import to Stage, and I'm going to go into my animation project folder and find that P3 walk. And you may or may not get this. If it does, just say replace. And we're going to zoom out. I'm going to move it aside. And as you can see, I'm using the command minus, command plus, and my space bar to be able to maneuver. And I'm just going to scale this as close as I can to that original pose that we have, the front one. So we just want to nudge it slightly to get it similar. And we're going to leave that P3 there. I'm going to hide it, and then we're going to go to and lock it. Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to close the eye for P3 and the same with that P3. So I'm going to close those P3. For P1, I'm going to unlock P1 so we can see it. So this is P1 here. And I also want to do the same thing. I want to create a new layer, and I'm going to call that P1 1. And that new layer, we're going to File, Import to Stage, and we're going to go to Animation and find that P1 Run, and we're going to scale it. And I would place it slightly either exactly on top or a little bit next to it. It's up to you. And then I'm going to, again, it's in that own layer. I'm going to lock it and close the eyes, and same thing with P1, close the eyes. So now we have the last one that we need to bring in. So this is your P2, and I'm going to create a new layer which goes right above the P2 front. When I had that selected, I create a new layer, it goes right on top, front, above. I'm going to name it P2 Run, and that new layer I'm going to File, Import to Stage, and then I'm going to go to the P2. I'm going to look for the Run, Scale, and now I have my new poses that I'm going to swap out from the other. The next thing you need to do is I'm going to turn on the eye for those new poses. There's that walk, there's that run, there's that other run. Those we want to unlock. And individually, even though we brought them in, we still need to convert them to symbol. So we want to make sure we call this the P3 walk symbol. So modify, convert to symbol, and we make sure it's a graphic. We're going to do the same for the P1, which is the run right there. And we're going to go to modify, convert to symbol, P1 run. And we're going to go to the P2 run, and we're going to make sure that we modify, convert to symbol. Remember to save your work, which is the Command S, file, save. Before we do any more work, make sure that you have the walk in one layer, P3, is above the P3 front, and the P1 run is above the P1 front, and the P2 run is above the P2 front. And what we need to do is we're going to move the time indicator, and I'm going to move it over here. What we don't see, because I have the P3 front and the P2 front and the P1, the eyes closed, but if I turn them on, you actually get to see them. And then we want to take a look at how we're going to do this. So make sure that the P3 front is locked. Now the P3 walk, your first keyframe is in the beginning, but we were going to drag it so it's exactly in the same location as this keyframe in frame 6. So I'm going to select that keyframe and I'm going to drag it all the way to the 6. I'm going to do the same thing for the P1 run. I'm going to drag it so it doesn't start on frame 1. It's going to start in frame 6. Same thing for the P2 run. The keyframe begins at the frame 1. We want it to begin in frame 6. So I'm going to, don't select the whole layer. That's selecting the whole layer. Click away. Just click on the keyframe and drag. So right now, let's take a look at what we have in our timeline. The P3 walk is directly in front of the P3 front. So I'm going to, as you can see, my P1 run is directly on top of the P1 front. So I'm going to turn that on and off. And my P2 run is directly on top of the P2 front. When I brought all 3 of these poses, I made sure I went to modify and convert to symbol. I locked my new poses. So make sure your new pose that you want to be seen on the beginning of the frame 6 are locked. So the walk is locked, the run is locked, and so is the other run for the P2. Now go to the P3, which is underneath the front poses. I'm going to start with P3 front, and I'm going to select that keyframe, and I'm going to right click and say convert to blank keyframe. What may occur, as you can see, is that it moved over, but all you need to do is drag that blank keyframe on top of the keyframe, and that will become the blank keyframe. We're going to go to P1 front, and I'm going to select that keyframe, and I'm going to right click, convert blank keyframe, and drag that keyframe. And go to the P2 front, that's the one behind this. We're going to click on that keyframe, and I'm going to right click and say convert to blank keyframe. Now it moves over, but we want to drag that blank and to be like this. So the relationship is you want your new pose to be the keyframe above the old pose, and that could be going to be a blank keyframe. So when we move the time indicator, automatically it switches to the new pose. Now to animate our new poses to go across, we need to move the time indicator. So I'm going to click on over here to the end of my timeline, and I'm going to add a keyframe. You can do the right click and add insert keyframe, or you can go here, make sure it says keyframe, and you can click and it would insert that keyframe. Now you need to select that keyframe and you need to move the keyframe to its new position. I'm going to do the same for the P2 run. Again, we need to insert a new keyframe in the new part of the timeline, which is where I ended. So I'm going to insert and I'm going to move to its new location at that part of the timeline. I'm going to do the same for the next one. I'm going to insert and move. So I should have at the end of my timeline 1, 2, 3 keyframes, and I'm going to move it back to the beginning to where we started with our new poses on frame 6. And now we just need to select that layer and we want to insert and create a classic tween. We want to do the same with P1 run. We want to insert a tween between the two keyframes. Classic tween. P2 run between the two keyframes. I'm going to insert a classic tween. And then when I go to the playhead right here, the classic tween fills in between the keyframes and makes that automatic animation for us. Let's start from the beginning. We come in, we start as a front pose. I showed you earlier in the beginning of the video how to switch out to our new pose, and then you just animate the new pose.